Gotcha.
Hello, Pat.
Man, look at this. We pulled it off. Let's see here. All right. Let me get my screen set up properly. Stand by. Okay, I'm going to raise this a little bit. This is great. This one's smoother than expected. All right, let me raise
Awesome.
my desk up here. Stand by, get my logistics set up. Okay, well, Richie, thank you for making this happen, man.
Thank you, Pat. I appreciate the opportunity.
Why don't you tell everybody watching, who you are, where's your affiliate, where are you located, all that good stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, my name is Richie Lancaster. I'm located in Weaverville, North Carolina, which is a little north of Asheville, North Carolina. Our affiliate through CrossFit is CrossFit Weaverville XC. We go by Excalibur. And yeah, it's pretty exciting.
And so how far from Asheville did you say you are?
We're about 15 minutes north of Asheville.
Oh, okay. And
Yes,
is
sir.
Asheville as gorgeous as everybody says that it is?
It is. It's the leaves have been phenomenal this year. We've had a lot of leaf lookers up this way, and it's been awesome.
So you're one of the affiliates that follows the Linchpin Private Track for gym owners, which is obviously why I wanted to chat with you. But before we even get into that, we're obviously still, I don't know when somebody will watch this video or listen to the podcast, the country and the world still being gripped by COVID-19 in various phases. Some people are open, some people were open and they're shut back down again. What is the COVID-19 situation as a gym owner for where you are in North Carolina?
It's been hit or miss. When first the COVID hit, we had just taken over and opened about a week and then had to shut down. We went through some phases where we were able to do some outside workouts in phase one. We had a few members there, which really hit hard. After that, we went into a phase two and we started uh, doing more and more stuff in little inside and little outside. And right now we're running about half capacity, but we are up and running inside workouts. Obviously, we're maintaining social distancing when we can. We're cleaning everything after every workout and just making it work.
And how have any workouts that you guys had to do from a distance, how have those been received? Are people, members following the programming and kind of staying on track at home, or do they kind of fall off the wagon when they get at home and they get back to the gym and get back on track? How has the level of commitment been, or discipline, I should say?
Everybody's been real disciplined. Again, once we took over, we immediately went with the programming. And I did my research, and we chose Linchpin programming. So we started with that, and everybody come into the gym, even with the workouts. If they can't make a day, then obviously it's on the app, and they take the workouts, and the discipline has been great.
And do you have any sense of when you guys will be able to go back to business as usual?
We're mainly back up and running pretty well now. Again, we're watching our capacity, but hopefully soon we want to get more people in, get them working out, get them on the programming, and get them in shape.
How would you describe the demographics of your gym? Because different gyms have different personalities, so to speak, be it older, younger. Some are all about competitions or, whatever it happens to be. What does your community look like?
Our community is wide, based from we've got children 10 years old up to people that are 70 years old in our gym. Uh, Obviously, we scale the workouts depending on the age, but we've got all kind of demographics from, like I said, from young to old, and everybody
You've got
comes in and loves the programming, loves the gym, and just
you've got
puts
some
100%
people in
into it.
there. You've got some people in there who are 70.
Yes, we do. We sure do.
That is fantastic. What has their experience been like? Is it, you hear these stories of, depending upon when they got into CrossFit, that it's basically like turning back the hands of time, or the staircase in their house doesn't seem so terrifying anymore, or whatever it is. what has been members that are at that age, what's been their reaction to, doing constantly very functional movements that are at a relatively high intensity?
They've really enjoyed it. They've gone from basically some of the people not being able to do much to doing an air squat with no problem. Their mobility's increased. Their response has just been phenomenal. They enjoy it. They actually feel like coming in and working out, which is exciting for us.
And how long, this is not your full-time gig, right?
No, sir, it's not.
And so how long have you been in an ownership position with the gym, did you say?
We have been almost a year now. Again, we took over March, right about a week. We were open a week, and then the COVID hit us, and we had to shut down.
Oh my goodness. So, what was it? You already had a full-time gig. It sounds like your life was probably busy enough as it was. What made you want to take on the additional responsibility of owning a CrossFit gym?
I've been doing CrossFit around 7 years or so now, and never thought about owning a gym. And through my workouts and experience of the gym that I was attending, it just wasn't hitting what I needed or what I wanted. So the opportunity came about for myself and my business partner to take over the gym, purchase the equipment, and get the members involved. And I had a vision when we decided on the name. It come to me almost automatically. And the vision, I kept on seeing what I needed to do, what I could do in the gym to improve it, how I could get the people involved, how I could make it grow, and it just took off. I've been really excited.
And you say you had a vision and the name came to you. Excalibur is a very cool name, very unique name. What was it about that grabbed you, the Excalibur?
Just it was such a powerful name. I was thinking about the gym one day and thinking about taking over what we could do, and all of a sudden it just come to me, and I said, Excalibur, that's the name that I really want to go with, and it worked.
So you take over the gym, which can be a bit disruptive in general, right? I mean, sometimes people like change, sometimes people don't like change. You've got new ownership in there, and then you go ahead and potentially take the programming in a different direction. And I always enjoy hearing to some degree how either the trainers or the clientele can be a bit leery of, well, what we're doing every day for working out looks a bit different. So how warmly or coldly was the change in programming received?
Well, at first it was challenging.
Sure.
We were going from programming that the previous owner would do his own programming, and everybody gets complacent and they kind of get used to one thing. So now we bring in this whole new programming that nobody's ever seen before and don't understand. And they're like, well, why are we doing this? Why don't we do this? And I'm like, just be patient, give it a little time, and it'll work. So we've been able to convert these people over with the Linchpin programming, and the people are just totally excited about it. They love the way it programmed. They love the accessory work. And we've had very, very good results out of the programming by people increasing their fitness levels, cutting their body fat, their weight, etc.
That obviously makes me very happy to hear. One of the things I'm always curious about is, and it varies from gym to gym, not that one's right or wrong. I obviously have an opinion on the matter. But one of the big things that we say and do at Linchpin is that we respect the heavy days, right? We don't try to lift heavy and then jam a couple other things into the hour class and all that. Was that how things were being done? Like, would you come in and just do a 7x1 deadlift and nothing else? And because that's, how things are done now. And if not, how was that mindset change for people to come in and we're just going to lift heavy and go home?
Most of the time, the workouts were not like come in, do your lift heavy day and go home with an accessory or something like that. We would have like a Metcon in between heavy day, and it just people got used to that, but it just wasn't working. I don't think people were really benefiting from the fact that you were throwing in a Metcon along with the strength on the same day, especially when you're lifting heavy and you're going through possibly a 10, 15-minute Metcon where you're already exhausted.
Right. No, that is my experience. My experience as well. You just said you got finished when we chatted last week or the week before, that you were just finishing up or in the midst of like a 6-week challenge with your members. What was that all about?
Well, we started after the COVID and stuff, so we decided we were going to do a 6-week challenge where we were going to do a first, second, third place giveaway. We were going to give money away to the first top 3. And so what we did is we said everybody's got to work out at least 4 times a week. We're set them up on a nutrition plan. We want them to track their macros each day and see what the results are, along with the programming. Again, 6 weeks, we ended the challenge. We did have a top 3. And if I'm not mistaken, the top person body percent change was around 4 to 5% after the nutrition, the programming, doing the workouts, and just committing.
That's huge in 6 weeks. That's a massive change in 6 weeks. That's congratulations. I mean, obviously, you can give them the right recommendation for programming and nutrition or whatever, but if that person does not put in the work and grind it out every day, they're not going to get the change. So whoever that person was, that was some good, serious discipline. So my hat's off to them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when we spoke, did you say you're continuing your education? Are you in the midst of trying to pursue your level 2?
That is correct. In fact, next month I will be going to the level 2 class in Mayhem and completing that.
Oh, very cool. And what made you want to do that?
I want to further my career and training so I can help not only myself learn, but help my gym members learn as well.
I, I fully support that. I think personally, the level 2 course offered by CrossFit is probably one of the most underutilized courses out there. You learn the basic building blocks, the why we do what we do, the how we do it at level 1, and you need to build that foundation before you build the building. But then I think, like you said earlier in this interview, it can be so easy. If you're a coach, you're busy coaching. You're busy running the gym. You're busy always giving your time and attention and effort to someone else, that very rarely do you get other people's eyes on you to watch you coach, to watch you teach, see, and correct, and give you some feedback that at the end of the day makes you better. Because all day long, trainers are making the clients better. And it's nice to have a weekend dedicated to making the trainers better trainers. So I think you're going to be very well served by attending that course. You said it's next month?
Next month in November the 14th and 15th, I believe it's when the class is.
Nice. Very, very well. And did you say you guys, I'm not sure if it's related to the 6-week challenge that you just did, the Linchpin programming obviously is hosted by and comes with the Beyond the Whiteboard app, and their software is top notch. Are you guys playing with the macro counter on the Beyond the Whiteboard app yet?
We are fixing to start taking advantage of that.
Oh, nice.
We started looking into that.
I think that'll be very handy. So let's say, right, you've got yourself a time machine. You can go back and talk to yourself a year ago, or there's somebody watching this video that's on the fence, thinking about opening an affiliate, but doesn't really know. What would be your top 3 little pearls of wisdom, your top 3 lessons learned, either to your younger self or to somebody about to embark on the journey that you have already started?
First of all, I would say if you want to do it, go for it. Take the challenge. Put everything you got into it, put your heart into it, and go for it. It's you're going to have ups and downs, but in the end, it'll all work out. Number 2, get in the community. Get out there. Bring people from your youngest to your oldest to the gym, and don't be reflected on not necessarily the competitiveness or the people that are out here wanting to come in and just push iron. Get out there and get all varieties of people.
I love that.
I would say I feel like I've been given a gift to run this gym. So I want to share it with everybody else. I want to give them what little knowledge that I have. That's why I want to better myself. I would say better yourself to better other people and just get them involved. And number three, scaling. Scaling is
Yes.
very important when it comes to people, because I've seen some places or been in places when people come in and the coach may say, well, you can push this heavy weight, and the person just don't feel like doing it or they can't do it right that time. So scale with these individuals, help them get that confidence build up, and that weight will come.
Absolutely. That's a wonderful top three. Number one, just go for it. Number two, improve yourself and immerse, bring the community in, immerse yourself in the community. And number three, scaling. I think those are absolute home runs. And that's probably why you've got a great community growing out there. And I hope that people take that on board, because those are things that if you don't start doing them initially, they'll bite you in the butt and you'll eventually have to circle back around and do them anyway. So you might as well start from the get-go on the proper path. So, man, Richie, I tell you what, I appreciate you making time. I appreciate you allowing some part of Linchpin to be a part of your community. I don't take that for granted. And I hope our paths cross, or I can make my way out there to North Carolina for some barbecue and a couple of hush puppies.
That would be great, Pat. I really appreciate it. And I just want to throw out to everybody, whoever's listening, to go with the programming. Give it a chance because it works. I can relate. I can speak because we use it every day and we will continue to use it. And I'm just excited about it.
Man, I appreciate all the support, and you guys stay safe out there, and I hope you're back up to full operation, full occupancy, business as usual, as quick as we can safely make this thing happen.
Thank you. If you're ever in Weaverville, come see us. Anybody out there, Excalibur CrossFit, we'll take care of you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Richie. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Pat. You too.